Jaguars. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Watson. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, second and 15. Shotgun snap for Watson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
There's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette down to the 25. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On third down, Fournette. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make it second and goal.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal. Bortles going to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. again, it's Watson. Being chased out left. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Watson looks to throw again. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Richmond! Come back!
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Watson now to throw. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. To return it is Corey Grant. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Spread right, 72.
On 3rd down, it's Grant, and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And here comes the Texans now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Richmond. Do jet.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watson hands this to Foreman, and he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's Foreman. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Bortles to throw on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Sunday. Move. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go. Lucy. Punch right.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
380.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Sunday.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
On play action, now Bortles. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Bortles to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the free safety to Sean Gibson who was able to range over and knock it away.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Richmond.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Come back.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Jags grab it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Hey, let's go. Trip front.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On play action, it's Bortles. Open man right side is Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here we go. Omaha. spread right, 72. Green inside.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Spread left, spread left. Green inside.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
11. Sunday. Lucy. Green inside.
Now Bortles. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Spread right, 72. Hey, 5-0. Green inside.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Green inside.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Move. Hey, hold it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Again, it's Fournette. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And his kick is right there. It's good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Target.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back to throw, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach.
And he coughed it up. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Reset.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Come back.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Black dirty out, feel it. Tiger.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Now a toss play. This is Foreman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, blue 80. Richmond. Tiger. Come back.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
From the red zone now, Watson. And this will be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. He'll buy some time right. On the right side, this is Miller. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner. Get him out in the flat and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Richmond. Come back. Come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. The pitch to Fournette. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down. That's Grant. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Come back, come back. Tiger.
Watson now to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A carry for Foreman. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And the catch made by Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Fuller. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who.